After a long wait, we finally got the first trailer for the upcoming Fantastic Four: The First Steps movie. Let's talk about it. Marvel's first ever family has always been a tough nut to crack when it comes to bringing them to the big screen. There's a lot of heart to that story, and it dates from an age where the values that we had as a society were very different. Now, since a few years, Marvel is back in control of that IP, and they're taking a step at this galactic task this summer. Pun intended. And they do so in a very interesting way, by setting the story in a time where these characters were originally created, the 60s, which is a very good choice in my opinion. Now, earlier today, they invited a bunch of kids that I think were on a space camp to the US Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. And they were going to watch the launch of the trailer live. The whole show was kind of made like it was set in the 1960s. Kind of cool. But overall, there was a lot of enthusiasm in the room, especially when the main cast of the movie walked in. Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Eben Marsh Backrack. Seriously, he's the only American on the whole core cast, and his name sounds like he's about to take a shot at Han Solo. They all kind of looked nervous when they walked in, except for Pedro Pascal. He was just being himself. And they also took some time to greet all of the fans. Especially Pedro Pascal. He took a lot of time. I like Pedro Pascal, can you tell? He's such a funny dude. And all while that was happening, they were playing the main theme for the Fantastic Four. I had goosebumps starting to formulate. Now, after a few awkward back and forths, they hit that button and the trailer started to roll. Now, I did not add the trailer to this video because I did not want to pick a fight with Marvel. Sometimes they don't like it when I do that. But I have linked it for you below, so go watch it and then come back. Or don't watch it. I'm not your dad. You do whatever you want to do.
No parents.
No parents.
No parents!
Anyways, welcome back. Now, we already knew that this movie was not going to be an origin story. They have told that origin story quite a few times by now. When the movie actually kicks off, they are quite settled in their role as the Fantastic Four. However, judging by the trailer, they are going to take a look back at what caused all of this, how they got all their powers. You can mainly tell by the different haircuts that Sue Storm has throughout the whole trailer, and of course the small snippets of them in their spacesuits and Ben actually having a skin instead of rocks. They also showed off everybody's powers except for Mr. Fantastic's. They did show his big brain at work when he was scribbling on that blackboard, but he already had that before the accident. And I guess they're keeping his elastic tricks for a future trailer. On top of that, while it looks like they definitely have settled in their role, it still looks like some of them are struggling with this new identity. Well, all of them in a way. And that is exactly that heart that is part of the Fantastic Four that I was talking about earlier. But yeah, you can tell that Ben is definitely having a hard time, and Johnny is trying to get away from himself a few times throughout this trailer. At some point, you can see Ben walking through an alleyway and some people are scurrying away, which I presume are just, I don't know, thugs, street punks that were trying to rob him and then saw his skin and were like, yep, no, not dealing with this. That is the advantage of being the Thing. You don't even need to take off your coat to scare people away. That is kind of sad. Now, while we're talking about the Thing, I really liked how he looked like the original Thing from the early comics. I am, however, more used to hearing a Ben with a lower voice because, you know, it kind of resonates from someone that is basically a huge pile of rocks. But on the other hand, I kind of liked the more funny and casual approach of Ben, like when he was interacting with Herbie and they were cooking. By the way, this Herbie, the little robot, he looks amazing. They did such a great job to kind of make it time appropriate. I mean, it's not the first time we got a look at him. We saw him in the early concept art, but to just see him move around, yeah, that was fun. It was also kind of nice to see the Baxter building, what their interpretation is going to be. And the Fantastic car. Now in the trailer it is rolling on wheels, but generally it flies. We already got to see a flying version of that at San Diego Comic-Con. Well, some people did. And then there were the villains. We got a short glimpse, one shot of John Malkovich as Ivan Krakow, aka the Red Ghost. Guess where he's from? He's one of the oldest villains in the Fantastic Four franchise. Ivan is considered to be one of the smartest people on Earth. Just like Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. He's very skilled in the field of rocketry, engineering and physics, just like Reed Richards is. And he is very good at training monkeys. Yeah, Reed Richards does not train monkeys. That's where they differ. But you can tell that there's definitely a rivalry going on there. Should be interesting. However, the main villain for this movie, yeah, he also made a short appearance. Well, short might not be the word. At some point you see him towering over New York City, throwing a lot of shade, both literally and figuratively. That was such a difficult sentence to pronounce. I'm of course talking about Galactus, which means that the Silver Surfer should be close by. Sadly, not in the trailer. I guess they're keeping her for the next trailer. Yeah, I said her, because in case you missed that little bit of information, Silver Surfer in this movie is going to be female. It is not Norrin Radd, that we know to be the Earth 616 Silver Surfer. It is actually his life partner, Shala Bao. Well, let's just say that the relationship status is, it's complicated. Yeah, I think that is the best way. But she was a Silver Surfer in an alternate universe in the Earth X series. But that was besides Norrin Radd. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. We know that this version of the Fantastic Four is not set within the 616 universe, or kind of the main universe that the MCU is set in. So it could go either way. Maybe they just replaced Norrin with Shala, but something tells me that Norrin might still show up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Overall, however, I am quite happy with this trailer. We got a first look at the costumes. We saw some of the abilities and some of the enemies, but they left quite a lot for future trailers, which is a good thing. Guys, I think this might be the first Fantastic Four movie that breaks the curse. Maybe. I don't want to jinx it. For now, however, that was it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my members. I could not make these videos without you guys. You too can join the family by becoming a member right here on YouTube. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out one of my other videos. But above all, make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be back with a new video next week. Till then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.